irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like preparing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. But they mad they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted rock.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7. Titans.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Darrington Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Running from the gun with Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Last year's all-pro punter, Brett Kern, comes on for Tennessee. Will Fuller back deep to return. This is brought in at the 21. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
The Houston ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The 2nd down throw on target. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get it.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for to setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Titans nothing.
Second and 10.
No chance. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. 24. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose. Poked out. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 46-yard line.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
A first down carry for Henry. Room here to run. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
29. Hey, 24. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one goes right to Will Fuller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
29 is the Mike. 24. I got it. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 29 is the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
I got one. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I'm going to hit you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Under 10, 10. Shift.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got you, son. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch the run.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down now.
Johnson.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line.
3rd and 2, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Hey, 24. Here we go. Here we go. Check the backer. Check the backer. Watch out. Watch out.
On first down, Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
The ball carrier.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown before.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Keep playing hard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check, 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 check.
Again, it's Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
55, Mike, 55. Record. Hey, 59. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the leg. 54.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, the tight end fouls. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll give to Hyde. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Give me pass. Say, shift. Watch the shift.
They go to Johnson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. From the gun, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Nice pass.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Duke Johnson, the Houston ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 29 is in my hand.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal.
Houston.
Bang, bang. Hey.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Jim.
They'll run it again with Henry. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Bound to lose one. Slam.
Here's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 55. Come on. Rush in.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
from the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
He was tackled at the 40.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
My God, 55. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's checking you, man.
They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
With a 2-point conversion.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
Concentration level made.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
They'll run. It's Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 43.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He gives it to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
It's a gain
A
of
good
20.
pick up there of 20 yards.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Why 31? The Twins.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got it. And he's brought down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Yeah. Showing 8.
Tannehill on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Henry on the carry.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
SOS.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Titan. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
41's the mic. Check 41. Here we go, D. Here I go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Texans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.